Hello, everybody. Hopefully, all our technology is working correctly and you can hear us. I am here with TJ
Hello.
from the MegaCat teams. He's sort of been my contact through this whole process to give me my monthly updates about how the video game's going and all the things they're working on at the studio on Maximum Apocalypse video game. So, TJ, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me. Looking forward to you playing and everyone seeing the Steam Next Fest demo for Maximum Apocalypse that will be out at the time of this recording on Monday the 24th.
Yeah, so TJ actually just sent this to me. It's the Next Fest Steam Next Fest demo, which should be going live sometime next week, Monday, whenever they start that thing. And it's a free demo you'll be able to download, whether you're in the beta or not. Everyone will get a chance to play and check out. I assume it's not the whole game. It's probably like a limited sampling of
Correct.
the version.
Yeah.
And that's what they've been working on. So that's what they thought would be the best thing to sort of show off for this stream. So that's what we're going to walk through. And I'm going to switch so we can actually see my screen here because I've already loaded it up here. So let's move us out of here. You guys can see us in the top corner. So what we're going to do is I will pick a character and then I will sort of control a character for TJ, but we'll let him talk through all sort of the new things here. But this is effectively, and TJ, tell me if I'm wrong here, this is effectively the lobby for when you're playing online. This is where you would link in all your other characters, correct?
Correct. Yeah, so we have our player lobby here. Game audio came in. Which, as you can see, like you click recruit, brings you to character select, you click your survivor. The Steam Next Fest demo is going to have the 6 survivors from the base game. So we got the fireman, gunslinger, hunter, mechanic, surgeon, and veteran.
So you guys aren't really holding back any of the characters from the full version.
No, because our theory is there's a ton of replayability with Maximum Apocalypse. Based on your design for the board game, just because like the different combination of survivors, the different map layouts, like you're gonna get a lot of replayability right there. So we figured why hinder people's enjoyment by having like only 3 survivors available. Like,
right?
Let them try them out.
You know how I am with this stuff. I'm always like, you guys are the video game guys, so I assume that works. All right, I think I'm gonna do. I mean, my go-to in the base set has always been the hunter, but I'm going to do the gunslinger today. So that's who I'll be playing as the gunslinger. TJ, who do you like?
You are doing a lot of damage. You know what? Let's do surgeon.
Surgeon? Okay.
Yeah. I'll be your little buddy that falls around and yeah.
And then I've picked sort of the default level. The first mission from the board game where you're trying to rescue the scientist. This is a pretty easy mission. We're playing the standard zombie missions. I assume in the demo, can you only play the zombie missions? Is that
correct? You'll have access.
Yeah,
and the Steam Next Fest demo, you'll have access to the tutorial. So if you don't know how to play Maximum Apocalypse, we have a self-guided tutorial you can play through, where you are playing the fireman in contact with some guy named Mike, which is weird.
Yeah, I did like how when I first saw that, I did smile when I was the person on the radio.
Yeah, and then also there will be 3 the full campaign for the zombies. That'll be 3 missions with different objectives, different map layouts, stuff like that. That'll be in the Steam Next Fest build. So tutorial and 3 zombie missions.
Right, gotcha. So we'll do our best for anybody who's watching this who doesn't know how to play Maximum Apocalypse to walk you through the rules and how to play. But if you do download the demo next week, you can play through the tutorial to catch anything that we've missed as far as that stuff goes. So once you have all your players loaded in, we'll just play 2. You click depart. And then you hit a load screen, obviously. And we'll see. I'll try to call out, TJ, you call out any of the new stuff you're working on, and I will try to call out the stuff that I notice because you know everything that's new.
Right.
And I'm probably more like, I think the last time I played it was at Super Magfest. I played a little bit. So I'm sure there's some changes since then, but I may not notice as much stuff. Hopefully I didn't screw anything up here.
Sorry, everyone. Some maybe technical difficulties here.
I literally just downloaded this from Google Drive, so. You tell me, man. Should I quit out?
Yeah, quit out. Like we'll just
All right. I have to
reload.
Control Delete. Here, we'll do this while I work on this. All right. Let me kill this. I will admit I do not have the best like gaming PC rig. Literally. It's a laptop, it has a graphics card, but it's a couple years old at this point. Okay. Do you think I should do anything like put it in window mode or anything? Like, do you think anything like that could help?
I don't know. It doesn't. It won't hurt.
Let me go to settings and just. Let me do windowed. And then I'm going to make it a little. Nah, I don't like windowed as much. It's going to show the bar at the top.
Yeah.
I'll just do full screen. We'll try again. All right. Campaign. Hold on, I'm just catching back up here.
Yeah.
Select mission. Oh, hold on, I'll go back over here. I'll put us back. Put the game back on. Here we go. Let's try again. We can do this part faster. Last chance. Any settings I should go adjust, TJ?
Not that I could think of. I while we were talking, I just opened up the demo on my end, and it loaded up pretty quick.
We could potentially try sharing your screen instead.
That might be best.
Let me see if I can. I'll get an invite for you.
All right.
Actually, I think you probably. Let me stop sharing mine.
Yeah.
Can you click share screen on the bottom now that I've taken it off? You know, in the window, in the browser or whatever. What do I have to give you? Oh yeah, I see it. Let me add it to the stage. You're good. There you go. Let me just close mine on my end so I don't mess anything up. Sweet. Now you get to drive.
Yeah.
I can man the Steam in the chat now, which is actually just as well. So,
how's game audio coming through?
I don't know if game audio is coming through, but I definitely see the screen.
I'm gonna turn down audio on just a little bit.
All right. Oh, there we go. My computer.
Yeah. All right. So, when you start Axiom Apocalypse, you'll be giving your choice of you want to mulligan the 4 cards you draw. I'm not seeing any reason to get rid of any of these, so
I don't have any doubles, do I?
No, you didn't have any doubles.
Okay, good. That's all I really care about.
Yeah, I have 2 survival instincts, so we'll just get rid of 1. All right. Start of everyone's turn. You roll dice to see where monsters spawn. So they will be spawning on the tile with the number 9, which hasn't been revealed, so they're not there yet.
Right. Yeah. You always start on the van, which is what's the van in this one? A 6 or an 8? It's 2 vans depending on So you want to get moving. That's a good strategy for people who are new to the game or board game players. You don't want to have your big group of everybody sitting on the van too long. That's not the best strategy typically.
All right, just break down what we have here. We have our mini map, so we can see here's us. We're at C. We need to get over here to A, which we don't know what's there yet. We just know that's where we need to go. Our objectives is to find fuel and deliver it to the van. So we need to go find fuel, bring it back here. It's fuel per number of players. So there's 2 of us, so we have to get 2 fuel.
2 cans.
Investigate the source of the scientist radio broadcast, which was that, as mentioned, this A that we have to get to.
So we have a question here I'm going to throw up. We have Patricia asking, when will this game be available on Steam? So if you missed our technical difficulties from the beginning of this stream, which is just probably my computer being bad and trying to stream at the same time, this build that we're playing right now will be on Steam Next Fest next week. So we're talking like, enjoy your weekend, watch this, enjoy your weekend, and then please come and check out the Steam Next Fest demo next week. So we are playing the Next Fest demo, which will feature all 6 survivors from the base game and basically the zombie missions, the first 3 zombie missions from the game, along with a tutorial. So we're going to be walking you through it as best we can here, but if there's ever a question you want to learn the particulars of how to play the video game version, there is a tutorial that walks you through where I'm on the walkie-talkie giving you the instructions. So you'll see my name, Mike, pop up.
All right. So we'll just go over a couple things. In the top left, which is covered by Mike's and I's face, our equipment. I assure you it's there.
Also, if we get up, I think if we equip like 3 or 4 things, you may start seeing it coming in below me. But we figured that was the best thing to block when we were setting this up, rather than, your stats and your health and everything in the bottom left, or the action and turn ending, because that's sort of like how you play the game. We'll walk you through anything we're clicking, any equipment moves we're making.
So we got our hand of cards. Got our discard pile over here. We don't have anything discarded yet. We have our survivor deck. Each survivor comes with their own deck of cards that are unique to them.
and just like the board game, you have 4 actions on your turn. And if you click that deck, you'll draw a card. So you're not going to want to waste actions, because since the action economy of the game is sort of crucial to being able to do what you need to do. So
right now, everybody can see we got Mike's Gunslinger, my Hunter over here. When you hover over your character, you'll have this little contextual like pop-up window, so we can move, we can use our special ability, we can scavenge, we can cycle cards, which is the discard 2 to draw 1, and trade if you're with another survivor in the same tile. I think that's the basics. So yeah, Mike.
So okay, we'll start taking some turns here, right?
Yep.
That contextual menu is new, by the way. The last time I played it, we did not have the highlight over.
Yeah.
I think the other thing too that's like relatively new, or at least I noticed the last time I played it, is like when you highlight your character, like picture in the bottom left, sort of my avatar, that's when you actually see the character card from the board game, which I think is really neat. So it'll tell you the abilities. It's not like the character card or survivor card isn't in there anymore. It's just, now you don't have to like look at it the whole time. You just have this more thematic, cool looking portrait of your character. Yeah. I'm gonna move because we don't have any enemies on us. So let's get moving. I'll move. I'll go north. And we'll see what we have. So I found a shopping mall, and I get a free scavenge there. So that's what the tile does in the game. So if you're familiar with the board game, all these map locations were sort of tiles that you'd randomly generate on your tabletop, and then you'd flip them over and you'd do their effect. But in the video game, you sort of have a pop-up. I found some spare parts, so that'll help me get stuff from my discard pile. So as I go through ammunition or stuff, that could be helpful. And since we're still looking for that fuel, let's click that. I'm going to take the scavenge action from the board game. In the video game, I'm going to click. Oh, I guess I could do that, right? But I can also just click, or I could just click the box as well.
Yeah, so you can either click scavenge if a map tile has one of these little circles, or also we have crates that you can click and interact with, and he'll scavenge, and he immediately found fuel.
Perfect.
Do you want to skip or equip it?
I want to equip it. So just like the board game, fuel takes up some of our space. Look, you can see it. So that second equipment is just there. It's taking up one of my 4 slots, starting to show up below my little face up there. And it's taking up one of my inventory slots because it's a big can of gas that I've got to haul around. So ideally, I want to get that off. We have to go find the scientist and get back to the van, correct?
Yes.
All right, well, let's be efficient. I mean, I don't know how efficient this is, but I'm going to move back to the van and let's free it. Let's fuel it up for free. And we'll get close to checking off an objective.
Yeah. So you'll see now that Mike has fuel, van has this little fuel icon. Just click that, pours in the gas.
Little animation to fuel it up.
Yep.
And
now
we now have.
We've delivered 1 of 2, and Mike still
have
our
check mark, but we've got progress.
Yeah.
And then for my final action, I'm going to take a little bit of a risk, and I'm going to go west. So we'll reveal another tile, even though we have the hunter here who could scout ahead. I may not even end up here anyway. So the river is a tile where you have to roll to see if you can move into the tile or not. So I'm going to try to cross the river. Luckily, both characters we have pretty good stealth, so I just have to roll under a 7. So here we go. See if I get it or not.
Okay, look at that.
Success. All right, so I'm at the river, getting a drink. And I'll end my turn. If any monsters were in front of us, that's when they would activate and attack. And now we'll switch over to TJ's turn as the hunter. He can start rolling his dice and doing his thing. One of the new things that we have, though, is when you're playing online or if you're playing multiple characters, the character portrait's in the top center of the screen. That's how you can switch. So, like, if I was being swamped by zombies, TJ could take a look at and check on me, check on how I'm doing.
Well, gonna have the bear trap there. I think I'll try to join you at the river. Like you mentioned, the hunter is also has a great stealth check, so gonna try. I just have to roll another 9, so then that's.
I was gonna say I think it's the best in the game.
Look at that.
I think the only character who has better stealth in the whole series is the thief from Wasted Wilds, but I think otherwise the hunter's up there.
And then
I don't know, chat. Correct me if I'm wrong there.
And not only does this little portrait look cool, but we wanted to give multiple ways to do actions. So while I could go over here and click her ability with the pop-up contextual menu, I can also just click her. She does recon, which lets me reveal what this is, which looks like the farm. And what's up here?
That's a good one.
And
certainly a safe way to go if we need to go that way.
As
better than the bandit camp. Yeah. Much better. We're going south, I think.
And with 1 action left, I'll move down. So the farm, its ability is on reveal, but since we revealed it when I wasn't there, I wasn't able to get the free scavenge. But hey, there's no monsters here.
it's important to note that Recon also negates any negative reveal effects, which
Yes.
are just as frequent as good ones. So definitely a way to play it safe.
Okay.
And move on.
All right. So rolling for Mike spawn check 11, which is
we've got it really easy for our monsters right now. So we didn't start with any.
Yeah.
So
a zombie spitter. This is new. We just have like their health is much more simpler. So we just show 6, and if you hover over it, shows you the maximum.
Yeah. So that's their current health, and then if you hover over them, it's like how much out of how much, right?
Yeah. And if you click on them, it'll show if they're attached to any survivor. So they're attached to Mike's gunslinger. She has 6 health. She'll do 2 damage. Currently attached to the gunslinger. So.
Yeah, Kirk, we're really excited too. Like to have. I mean, I'm especially excited. I'm sure TJ's more been in the weeds with developing the game, but you know, I'm super excited that next week, sort of everyone's going to play this demo and get to try things off. We've had a good beta so far. It's been great getting all the updates, but I think it'll be really fun to hopefully get out there in the wild and get some people streaming it and playing it and giving feedback, people exposed to it who have never seen the game before. I mean, that's what I'm most excited about, sort of as the board game designer is. I think having sort of just anybody going onto Steam, Steam's a huge platform, right, with tons of people. And there's plenty of people on there that have never been to Kickstarter or never been into a board game shop in the last few years. And for them to be able to sort of discover our game now, TJ, I think is really cool.
Yeah.
And I'm excited about getting sort of all this new feedback about it.
Yeah. I'm excited too. We were at Super MacFest back in January, showing off the game, and we had a lot of people come up that never heard of Maximum Apocalypse, never played board games, but they saw the main menu art and was like, "That's cool," and then tried it and then fell in love. They were like, I had a couple of like day one purchase, like, and they gave me a thumbs up, and I'm like, "Yes, all right."
Yeah, that's good, right?
Yeah.
Because one of the things we should talk about too is that we are already working on the Kaiju Rising expansion. The first expansion for the board game added new enemies, big kaiju, and 2 new characters. And thanks to the support of our backers and people who knew about the game and the board game ahead of time, we were able to sort of start work on that before this even came out, before the beta. I guess we committed to it before the beta was out, but we had working builds. And TJ was just telling me that 2 new characters are sort of in there working in some way or another. And the kaiju stuff is, they're making progress. So the first sort of DLC for the video game shouldn't be too far behind it. It shouldn't be the same type of weight as, a typical, I don't even know what video games do anymore. Sometimes they have all the DLC just sort of like removed and lined up. Sometimes it's like years away. Hope you muted yourself. And I can't unmute you.
The wire for my headset's really finicky, so it's like, oh, you're unplugged.
You pulled yourself out.
Yeah. But yeah, the DLC, we're working on it now. We're definitely hoping to have it out sooner rather than later. Our focus mostly has been on the base game. We want to make sure that the base game works and is fun and has everything that we need, so that when we get to the DLC, we can just slide all the stuff in and have it run smoothly. That was something I was listening to a talk from a developer, and they're like, making the first part is like the hard part, because you're figuring out the structure, you're writing all the code and everything like that. And then once you get all that figured out, adding new stuff is much easier. So the DLC, it's going to be a much smoother process and timeline for us, so we can get out to you guys as soon as we can.
I've heard that, and it's a little different than like board game. Like, I mean, I guess from a development standpoint, like adding new stuff was easy to do with Maximum Apocalypse, but the process of getting the stuff getting it out to people is the same sort of process, and you don't get to save the same time as like a video game where like all the framework's there, it's all built, you're just putting in assets. I wish I wish you could add you could do board game expansions like that. That would make things so much easier. All right, so let's take a turn here. Let's start blasting some people because this is our first fight we've gotten into. So, I'll just shoot my Colt pistol. I know it's off the screen.
So we're going to shoot his Colt pistol, which I assure you is here. It's underneath our faces.
Underneath my face, probably. Oh, there you go. You can sort of see it.
Yeah.
Some of the contextual menu came up where it said like use this gear.
Yeah.
So you'll click to use it, and then I'll click my target. Obviously, I'm going to shoot the monster in front of me.
So Mike's weapon, it says mid-range. So if he wanted to, he could shoot this guy as well, because mid-range lets you shoot adjacent tiles. The Ranger is adjacent to Mike's tile.
Let's do that just to show it off. Let's help you out. You got a bigger guy in front of you. That'll be my first action.
Yeah, and you'll see that he now has 6 out of 8.
So you can always keep an eye on your buddy. When you're playing online, you can always check and see what's going on with them. I want to use Trigger Happy. Right? Is that what I have there?
Yep.
That'll give me extra actions.
And play card, you just drag it up.
I can take 2 additional actions. I'd like to move down to you, and then I'm going to throw a grenade and try to group these together. Do some more area of effect damage for us here.
So we got the grenade, 3 damage to a monster and 2 damage to up to 3 other monsters in the same map tile, which now has.
I'll do 3 to her. Then she'll only need 3 left. Dang it. See to select an additional target. Yep. There we go. Boom, boom. What do I have? 2 actions left?
2 actions.
I'm gonna grenade again. Same thing. Kill her for 3. We'll kill her, and then I'll do 2 more of the big guy. Okay. And then how much does your guy have left?
2.
2? You can handle that.
Yeah.
I'll scavenge that box. See if we can get spare parts. Not what I wanted. Not what I was hoping for. As always, guys, if you have any other questions for us while we're playing, just hit up in the chat. I can put your comment up on the screen. So I'm manning the chat and interview. I know, TJ, that's something that was asked sort of on our Kickstarter page and from our community ahead of time for people that couldn't make it. They were asking about Steam Deck support and when that would be happening, because some of the beta testers have tried, and I'm guilty. I was one of these people. I used my beta build and just tried to load it on my Steam Deck. It did load, but it had some like UI glitches that made it sort of hard to play. Not that it wasn't working, it just sort of was like hard to play.
Yeah. Steam Deck support is coming. We're going to have it ready at launch. It's with Steam Deck support, it's a matter of like kind of optimizing and getting it ready to work on there. And like I said, our focus mostly, since we're in the beta, is to make sure the game's up, running, everything's in there, everything's easy to read, players are able to play it and have a good time and understand what's going on. So we are working on the Steam Deck optimization. We did see a couple people asking about it. Not quite fully implemented yet, but we are working on getting that in there for at least at time of launch.
Right. So the intention will be that, when the game is actually available for purchase, it should work for Steam Deck. And that'll certainly be a focus if you guys run into any bugs. Bug squashing is going to be the major focus sort of until release now, because having played the beta, I know we're pretty content complete. We have all the missions in there from the base game. We have all the characters. We have all the characters in this demo for Steam Next Fest too. So
got all our cards.
Yeah, all the I haven't seen any card or issues or anything like that messing up since I've been playing it. It's mostly just been like quality of life improvements and bug squashing really the last couple months.
All right. You know what? So this little orange bar at the start of all our end of all our turns, it decreases. That's our nourishment. We're getting hungry. So Mike has one. Mike's Gunslinger has one.
That is
too.
new, and that's new too. Yeah, like these little status menus and UI above each character with their symbol, and the green and the red is definitely new stuff.
Yeah.
Since last time I played with it or streamed it.
All right, so I'm going to play Survival Instincts, which will increase all survivors' nourishment by 1.
And we should note for you board game players, I have to note this. This is like the one thing the video game guys talk to me about changing, which is, you know, in the board game, it's hunger. Your hunger is always increasing. It's this ever growing threat. And I remember, I don't know if it was you, TJ, but it was someone on your team, and you're like, video game people like to see a full bar depleting. They don't want to see something increasing. So we're going to call it nourishment, or like how well you're fed, and we're going to decrease from it. Is that okay with you? And I'm like, yeah, it's fine. If that's what I was like, it makes sense. Video game people are used to having like the full bar.
Yeah, because you're like, I have this full green bar and it lowers. That's bad. Yeah. So if we had this orange bar, and you're like, well, the orange bar is only getting bigger. That means I'm getting better, right? Like, no, it means
like a super move charging in like a fighting game or something. You're like, ooh, I'm building up my super move, my ultimate. We didn't want that confusion.
Yeah, so change it to nourishment. Just keep it.
So
simple.
some of the cards, so all the card changes have basically been swapping out hunger for nourishment.
Pretty much
inverting. Yeah. That's a little inside baseball.
Yeah, everything else we try we keep it as accurate to the board game as we can.
Yeah.
That was just the one thing, and really it was just video game players like it when the bars, you know, they like it. When
and honestly, it was one of those things like during playtesting of the board game, it just that's how I chose to do it, and it's how it always was, and no one. Like, it wasn't a thing I got about feedback, but I mean, either way works, right? It wasn't like it was a big deal to change it either way.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to kill this soldier. And I'll scavenge. Maybe we'll find some fuel.
Yeah, I think in the next time, maybe we can work on doing a bum rush to the scientist now that we've cleared. Yeah. I mean, unless we roll bad, I guess. We'll have to see. I'm confident we can beat this first mission.
Yeah.
And have a triumphant win for the end of our stream.
You got a trigger happy.
I don't. Let's just open the map and move a lot or whatever. Or let's move west.
Speaking of map, you'll see there's now a monster token back at the van because we rolled a 6 at some point. So
okay, so we do have some monsters back, and that is relatively new. I may have cracked up in the last build I saw, but I was happy to see a lot of the mini map improvements, because that's what you spend so much of the time looking at when you're playing the board game. I'm just going to go west once, maybe more, but let's just sort of take it one at a time. Okay. If I move again, I have to draw a monster. You fed us a little bit. I'm doing it. I'm going to move again.
West or south?
West. We're going for objectives. I'll take the spitter. Here we go. Fuel station. Get the last can. We get the last fuel. Now we got food.
Got some snacks.
Got some snacks. Snacks aren't bad. Yeah. What do I have? 2 actions left. How much damage would Guns Blazing do right now? I can't. That's the one thing I can't see is how much ammunition I have left. I've shot it once. I have 3 shots plus 5, 8. A little overkill.
Yeah, 5 damage time X. So you have 3 bullets. That'd be 5, 10, 15.
It's 15. It's 3x. I thought it was plus.
Oh, 5 plus X. I apologize.
Yeah. So it's gonna do 8. I was like, that's insane.
Yeah. I apologize.
I'll do Guns Blazing and just kill her so I don't get poisoned or anything. Right? Doesn't she poison or no? Is that just
doesn't poison, but she's able to hit like people on different tiles.
Yeah. And then I've got 1 action left, so I'll scavenge. See if I can get. Oh, antidote. Don't really need that in this against the zombies, but you know. I'm out of ammunition. It was a risky move, but I'm hoping I'll draw. I know the decks pretty well, so I'm counting on drawing up one of my many other weapons.
I was able to get the fuel.
Okay, there you go. Okay, so we really just need to worry about getting the scientist now. And look, now you have enough equipment that we've got good view of of all the stuff here.
Yeah.
So you can see that it sort of shows you how each equipment goes in. Are you thinking about running back and offloading it instead of
I'm
supporting
thinking.
me? You got a backpack. You can draw a backpack potentially. You've got storage.
Let's see if I could draw it for. Oh, I got a headshot. Okay. Well, you know what? We're in this together. But if I go there, I'll get a monster.
You could stop, but you could just stop. It's only if you move again. The forest is if you move again in the same turn.
Got some snares. Snares are good.
Yeah. And that was your last action anyway, so we're in good shape.
Yeah.
7, always safe. Always a good roll. All right, you've got the fuel we need, so let's move. Oh, let's equip the horse because we can move faster. We drew the horse. Ride the horse. And activate the horse. That is an important thing to do. If you want to take advantage of the horse, you do have to tell it that it doesn't let you move 2 spaces as one action automatically. You have to activate the horse to do that, which makes sense. In a board game, you can just sort of declare using the horse. You don't have to talk it through as much. So let's move west. I think you have to open the map, right?
Yeah.
You can't. No context menu if you use the gear.
We might. Yeah. As soon as I closed it, it went away.
No, you gotta. You have to click the map first. All right. Oh, shelter. Shelter is a great tile. Always safe. If you're ever surrounded by a bunch of monsters or zombies, finding a shelter can absolutely save the game. There's been so many times playing the board game where I've seen somebody with like 5 or 6 monsters in front of them who's going to die at the end of their turn, hop in or find a shelter to like take no damage and like squeeze it out, potentially in the end. So shelter's in there. You guys even added this nice serene lighting effect, so it looks all calm and safe.
Looks all nice and safe and pretty. Yeah.
Let's go north. I don't trust you using the horse and not wasting my actions again. So.
Yeah. Okay. So you're a zombie walker.
All right. So I'm out of action, so I'm going to get chomped on a little bit. First time. We're doing great, though. I mean, we've taken almost no damage.
Yeah. All things considered.
One of the tricks of this game or the board game, I tell people, especially like when they're starting, is like one of the biggest tricks of the game is like feeling the need to kill all the monsters before you move or do anything is like definitely a trap, especially in the later missions. Like you definitely want to math out and be like, oh, I want to kill this particular guy who does a ton of damage, but taking 2 damage from a zombie, like letting him chomp on me a little bit, is not a big deal. And balancing that with your actions is how you're going to beat the much harder levels. And I will say, playing the video game, I've been losing a lot more than when I play in the board game. So I must be rewinding and giving myself a lot of grace when I've been playing the board game lately.
All right, so I did a little damage here with Walker. You know what?
Finish him off?
Yeah.
The little hourglass is new too, while it's like showing all the animations over your action button. I like that too. That's a nice little new touch I noticed. All right.
Yeah,
you can do it here.
Are you?
Yeah, well, you could go west and then north, right? Aren't you at the...
Oh, it's your turn.
You used all your actions? All right, I'm just going to go west. We'll deal with these monsters on our way back. Ooh, shelter. That's convenient. Oh, objective A. Here's some story text. I'm pretty sure this is right out of the board game. I'm not going to read it.
Yeah. Essentially, we're looking for a scientist. The scientist it's a recorder that they played. Hey, I barricade myself at the police station. You'll need the keys under this radio to open my cell. So you grab the keys, you turn off the radio, and it summoned a zombie horde.
Yep. So we got the boss now, the boss fight. What's funny about this is it's come full circle because Maximum Apocalypse was originally inspired by a lot of the roguelike sort of indie video games that were out there, and I made a board game translation of that as best I could. And that line is basically like your princess is in another castle, like from Mario Brothers. And this was one of the first missions I designed, obviously, when I was developing the game too. So now we're playing the video game version of the board game I made on a video game, based on video games that I was inspired by. So we're full circle here. Now, this, I should definitely stay here because I'm immune to all this damage.
Yeah.
But
we also have no ammo.
Let's wear my bulletproof. Let's put my bulletproof vest on. I only have 2 actions. Let's put my bulletproof vest on. And you know what? Let's eat some food. Let's just prep. I'm going to hope to luck into a good run. Actually, let's do a free. Can I do the free action? Well, first eat my food. First, I got to eat my food. There you go. My orange bar is filled up. My nourishment's full. And then let's discard 2 cards to draw a card. No, I don't have. I'll just wait. Just end the turn. We'll try to luck into. I got to be drawing a revolver or something soon. He's got so many weapons. 0 damage, zombies. Nice try. I'm in the shelter. You should just come in range so you can like shoot from afar. Also, if this is a better way to go. Nope, it's a worse way to go. Oh, ouch, you got a double draw?
Yeah. So the map tile I landed on reveal, draw a monster, and some of the monsters draw more monsters. So
yep.
And if I have my turn here, I will be drawing more monsters.
Yeah, you got to move.
So
hop into the shelter.
Mike's gunslinger was telling me about this cool shelter over here. We could do this. Well, we won't be able to see it. The
intensity is definitely increased now. I felt like we were like cruising, and now it's a little dicey.
So you won't be able to see it because our handsome mug's blocking the equipment, but the hunter has a bear trap, which you can't use actively like a normal thing. You have to discard it and then wait for somebody to run into it.
Really what it is you used it perfectly. It's a way to sort of bank one of your actions for an attack, for like a free attack later.
Which in turn lets me equip some flame arrows.
1 action left. Very well done. I think this is one of my favorite like animations you guys put in too, if I remember correctly. Yeah. I like the flame arrows. And you hurt some of my guys too, right? With the flame arrows. So we got a little splash damage on them. Seven. Good roll. Safe. Now, where do we have to find the scientist? Do we know where he is? We just need to find the police station, and we don't know where it is.
Yeah.
This first mission's harder than I remember it. I'm so used to playing the tutorial as my demo. As my demo at cons. That's the thing I've played a zillion times. So we need to find the police station, and it could be north, which is a little problematic.
I mean, I could probably go north and at least like...
Should I go south? Should we split up?
I mean, at least we know what south is.
Right, and I could jump right. I'll take the boss. All right, so I'm gonna move to the other shelter and take the boss with me. Yeah, and going to the field better, right? I think, right? Yeah.
I was trying to remember if it was on enter or on reveal.
I think the city's on enter, so we want to avoid the city and go through the field. Sprint through the field. That was always the thematic idea, that the field, if you stop in the field, you're wide open. But if you could sprint through it, you're fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
Which is why I tried to make it look as ominous as we can. Just make it like, yeah, you don't want to be here.
Okay, so
I want to be here.
I still haven't drawn any weapons. Let's discard. Actually, spare parts me my grenade back. Let's spare parts. Right? My discard, and then let's get grenade back. And let's throw a grenade at the zombie horde, right? Because what's the splash damage? 3, right?
3 to the main, 2 to the.
Maybe we should. Let's kill the big guy. Let's kill the guy then. And oh no, he's got 5. No, do the big. Let's start working on the big guy. There we go. 3 and 2. Okay, that's my turn. Not believe I haven't drawn like my rifle, my revolvers. I think there's like 6 cards.
All right, so there's 2 monsters here. We don't know what they are because they're just monster tokens, but so probably don't want to go that way.
Well, you're also going to guarantee to draw a monster because it's the city, so I would go north.
Yeah,
because you at least can sneak past that one, based on the rules of the video game at least. City street.
Also a city.
So you should draw a monster and then fail and draw the token. Yeah, you guys programmed that right. Whatever screws you the most is what should happen.
Yeah.
Some flame arrows. You could just double shot them with your crossbow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why would someone not shoot another?
I've never not.
I guess it's more like if they don't have somebody in range.
Yeah.
To wait for them to exit out.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna.
They can run out of ammo. They can only have 1 ammo left too, I guess.
Chat down on some food and just chill in the street here.
Taking it safe.
Meanwhile, back at the.
I'm worried about our timing. I'm more worried about our timing than any of the enemies. What's my draw? There we go.
Oh.
Yep. Let's equip that. Actually, do I have room?
You would not.
I can discard my Colt pistol, right? It's empty. And then now I have room for my rifle. I also could get rid of the horse since I haven't been using it, but I don't know. I may use it here in a second. We may try again.
There we go.
Okay. Now I have enough room. So let's shoot. This is pretty high damage, if I remember correctly.
I believe it'll do 4.
4?
So we could definitely kill the.
And I will take damage. I will take damage. So yeah, let's kill him to take the least amount of damage. And I have 1 action left too.
Do you want to
shoot another? Yeah. I forgot that was double shot.
9 out of 16 ain't bad.
That's not bad. What do I have? 2 actions left?
Yep. And 2 more bullets.
Won't kill it though. Won't kill her. Let's go south. We need to find this police station. How much damage does she do? I don't know. I haven't been eaten yet, so it's free scavenge. I'll take it. Okay. Let's go.
You do 4.
4. I can take 4. Let's go east. Actually, Actually, maybe we should let's use trigger happy, or should we save it? I don't know. What do you guys think in chat? We'll play it safe. Let's just move east once. We'll save trigger happy in case we need to like shoot a lot. You know what? Okay, that works out. I don't have to move again. One of the things too that like I'm bad at checking out of the video game, which is probably why I'm worse at it than the board game, is I should really look at that number in the upper right of what number I'm sitting on the tile. Like it's there on the screen all the time, but I rarely consider which number I'm sitting on. Because like 11 and 12 are pretty, like 10, that's not a bad number to sit on.
Easy.
Yeah, you should have no problem with that. All right, good. Using your scouting to hopefully find it.
Hospital and a tunnel. So I think can go to the hospital.
Have you even taken any damage?
Nope.
Heal up a little bit, but I do like that you found the tunnel, though. It'd be pretty sweet if I stumbled on the other tunnel, like down below me, and I could just like jump up to you.
All right, a farm and a bandit camp. So it's one of these.
Yeah, I mean, we're pretty close. It could be right next to the van all the way back.
That would be convenient.
We at least know we can. We're on a good path, though, because you have nobody in front of you. I have this boss, which is pretty close to being dead. Ooh, hollow points. First, I want to move east, though, to see if we can find... grocery store. I think I should go one more. Let's go east again. It gets me close to the van either way. The other tunnel. So as an action, I could warp up to you. Right? I don't think that helps me though.
Yeah.
I'll try to check this corner right next to the van. As someone said, as Josh said, imagine it's been inside the van this whole time.
All right,
It's probably right next to the van. Knowing us, I feel like it's gonna be right next to the van. So let's go back. Let's shoot my last 2 bullets. Actually, use a trigger happy. Let's use trigger happy to get some extra actions. Now let's get this boss off me. And then we'll shoot. I don't want to waste bullets, so let's shoot my normal rifle twice at him. Right? And then next turn I can load it up with hollow points. Or just grab a grenade with spare parts or something. Do I have one more action?
Yep.
Let's use spare parts and grab my grenade again.
I just like that you're just like,
I've thrown tons of grenades.
Just throwing tons of grenades, and then like you're like, hey, you know what? I'll just put some duct tape over it. That way we can reuse it.
I'm making them with all the little pieces we found. I've just
Yeah.
been making homemade grenades. Okay. Not so bad.
It's all good. It's all good.
You're on find the police station and find the scientist mission. I'm on kill the zombie horde before I take it back to the ooh, ouch. That's even worse than the zombie horde, honestly.
It's fine. It's fine.
You gotta find it. Oh. There are 2 fields. Well, you have to move again. It's gonna be one of the last 2 tiles. What'd you find? The graveyard? Oh, brutal. Brutal. Man, that was a string. See that all that good luck we had at the beginning? That is brutal.
This will make me feel a little bit better.
We have 2 actions. Maybe snare the big boy too.
Yeah, I do have snare, don't I?
You got lots of snares, so you can at least stun him. So he's not. So one of the contextual words we have in the board game is stun. It's sort of like it frees them that turn. So stun is huge when you get some of these big monsters that you can't kill in one action because you can just spend one action to sort of pause their damage. I'm actually able to kill these guys with a reload in one shot. Right? So let's put hollow points in the rifle. That's going to amp up the damage my rifle does. And then my rifle has a double shot. Right? So I can double. I've also been wearing my bulletproof vest this whole time, so I've been very safe.
Yeah. So we're
I'll
taking
shot
a
my
shot?
ranger. Yeah, let's take a shot because we'll kill both of them. Right? It should kill. It should be doing like 6 damage a shot. Perfect. And then we'll spend another ammo, right? Yeah. Boom. Okay. And then let's go north.
Do a stealth test.
I'm going to sneak past them. There's a monster check. One monster. Yeah, baby. Just barely. Let's go east. Let's see if we can find. Is this the is it me or you? I found it right next door. He was there the whole time. We went all that way to get his fuel. We don't need fuel, do we?
No. I have one.
Skip it. And then there's the scientist, right? Is that a free action? Can I click him for free? Yeah, not enough actions. Fair enough. Someone in the chat saying, haha, no way. Yep, exactly. That's the way it goes.
Huh. Meanwhile, over in the graveyard party.
Well, I mean, you are fighting zombies and you walked into a graveyard. I mean, where do you think they're coming out of the ground from?
Even getting back to you is bad.
Well, I mean, you gotta get back to the thing eventually.
Yeah.
You don't have to go through the bandit camp. You should sprint through and like snare the big guy. Because you should have enough health. No, we can do it. But chat, as we're racing our way to the van to make our exit, you can give them flame arrows. They're empty.
Yeah.
Oh, you have even more dogs on you now?
Things are going great here. Jeez. She's like,
you gotta bring him to me. I can grenade him.
Yeah.
I mean, you go one more.
But all the monsters are going to lower the chance of me passing this. Right?
I think your odds of passing it are going to be. I mean, you're going to draw 2 more monsters if you go that way. What's the other one have on it? How many monsters does that one have? 2? You're going to draw 2 monsters either way. I think you're better off. I don't think what's the better number? This is ridiculous. Here's someone's question. This is a good question. The ejection currently needs the survivor holding the key card to grab the scientist in the police station, but I think it makes it too hard if only one person can grab them specifically. What do you guys think? That's first a programming question. Does it? I have the key card. Am I the one who needs to get the scientist?
Thematically, it would make sense if you like, if they're like,
I'm
hey,
pretty sure that's how the board game plays too. I think.
Yeah.
I think the caveat here is that you can freely exchange the key card as a scavenge card, at least in the board game. You can freely trade that amongst players. So we decided to diverge and go 2 different ways. Obviously, staying together has its advantages, but at least in the board game, you can pass off scavenge cards like that as a free action when you're on the same tile as somebody else. So thematically, I could pass the key card to TJ if we were in the same spot, and he could move on to use his actions to do it. Okay, how much damage are you taking? That's the real question. Are you gonna die? Next turn, you're gonna die. 4 health left. This is gonna be a close one. You are not on the van. Do we both need to be on the van to win? Is it just like the board game, and then like if your turn ends? TJ, do we have the official?
Um,
Oh, he's too afraid to come out too when there's a monster on me? That's okay. I'll kill him with a rifle. Cowardly scientist. All right, let's get him. Yep, use key. I've got it. That worked out. All right.
Scientist.
Here's this little cowardly guy coming soon in the DLC.
Yeah.
We're not ruining anything. No, there's no spoilers at this point. Let's go north to the. Are you one space away? I think we can
I'm
win.
one space away.
Yowza. Oh shit. But you can't fuel. The van's not fueled up.
Correct, and I have the last fuel.
Okay. So now the question becomes, how can we? Well, here, I think I should definitely do this. Do tactical. Yeah, let's give you an action off turn, right? Because then you can move into the tile, and we're gonna show. I mean, we're probably gonna just barely lose. And then you could move down to me. And if we had had the fuel. Wait, can you move with trigger happy and fuel up the van as a free action? No. Did you move to the van? You should move to the van.
Yeah.
What, you can't take the move action?
It may only let me play a card.
I found something. Look, we found one sort of like programmatic thing. Wait, what if you click the map and move like via clicking? Can you do that?
Nope.
Okay. Well, you should be able to move to my tile, but either way, how's your hunger level?
1, yeah.
I mean, maybe eat something just to feed us all. Oh, did we get stuck? Or did you click me? Is it me? Like, I'm the one who got the action?
I don't think so.
No, it's showing your card. It's showing your hand, so. Shoot your crossbow. Try shooting your crossbow. Oh, we found a bug. We would have lost anyway.
Yeah, we were. Yeah.
Because, well, what I think would have happened is I would have escaped in the van because you would have, right? If I gave you an action, like in the board game same thing, I give you an action, you move to my space. At the start of your turn, you fuel up the van for free. Yeah, we get all the objectives finished.
Then I get swarmed.
Then you would die. Yeah, then you get. Which unless there's, I don't think there's any way we could have killed enough people so you took less than 4 damage.
Yeah, it wasn't.
We could have left a spitter.
Someone
said, I think you selected the gunslinger's equipment instead of the hunter's. We can try to unstick it. I wouldn't mind seeing the game over screen, just as an official loss, but. Oh, I think try shooting.
Excuse me.
Headshot would be good. What about using her equipment when you've got her selected? Can you do that? Try using my equipment. Just see if you gave me the extra action. Nope, we're stuck.
Yeah.
Nope. We officially found a loop. Try shooting the hunter gear. Yeah, I think we found we're stuck without a way to like undo this action. We can't complete it. Whatever it wants us to do,
Excuse me.
we can't quite do it. But that's okay. We were like I said, I think we would have gotten all the objectives checked off, but then the final check, which is let all the monsters in front of you. You don't have to kill all the monsters attached to you to win a game, but they do get to take their turn before you check if you won or not. So we would have been just short.
Yeah.
If we could have beaten on my turn this turn, that would have been the difference. So
yeah, the one turn where I went from having no monsters to
yeah,
a small gaggle of them.
We pushed it when you ran into the graveyard. That was we should have known it was next to the van. We should have known he was holed up next to the van the whole time.
Known. Just have been
he heard us coming. That's where he should have known. So
yeah.
All right, I think that's it for us, guys. Hopefully this was a good show off of the build. Once again, this particular build that we were playing, the Steam Next Fest build, will be available for everyone, anybody, free of cost on Steam next week. So, follow the game page, check out the game page. I'll make sure I put it on the. We'll have this stream on demand on our YouTube channel, and I'll make sure I put a link in the comment section to the Steam page so you can follow it. TJ tells me the Next Fest demo will pop up there when Steam Next Fest launches, and you'll be able to play this and enjoy it. Hopefully, find these last few little hiccups that we have along the way too that we can fix before the game comes out.
Yeah, we'll definitely make sure this is ironed out before Monday. Right, we're recording this on Friday, a couple days before, so got some time to.
It's a big edge case. It's a big edge case thing too. Like,
yeah,
I'm not surprised. That's the kind of thing that we broke. So
yeah, but yeah, please go to the Steam page. Wishlist Maximum Apocalypse, the video game, coming soon. And
tell your friends, play with your friends. Will you be able to play online with the demo or no? Is that for the full version only? That's a good question. TJ?
It as planned, it should work with the online features.
Okay.
At the very least,
that seems like a probably. That seems like a not a full promise, but a probably, which we'll take. But you guys may be able to play with your friends next Monday as well. So that'll be cool.
All right. Well, thanks everyone.
All right, everybody. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you. Hopefully, we'll be playing with you next week.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.